My name is Lydia. I am 32 years old. I live in a small town with my husband Daniel and our son Evan, who is 8 years old. Daniel and I had been married for 9 years. I believed we had a happy life. He was kind, funny, and caring. I trusted him with all my heart. But one evening, everything changed. It was Saturday. Daniel said he was going to a reunion party with his old college friends. I didn't mind. I was feeling tired, so I stayed at home with a book. He promised he would come home before midnight. The next morning, Daniel was very quiet. He didn't eat breakfast. He looked pale and nervous. I asked, "Is something wrong?" He took a deep breath and said, "Lydia, I made a mistake." My heart began to beat faster. "What do you mean?" I asked. He looked down and said, "I drank too much last night. One of my friends, her name is Clara, she kissed me. And I didn't stop her." For a moment, I couldn't speak. I felt like the world stopped moving. Then I whispered, "You didn't stop her?" He said, "It meant nothing. I was drunk. Please forgive me." I stood up and shouted, "You promised to love me. You promised to respect me." I cried until my chest hurt. I told him to leave. I didn't want to see his face. That day, Evan was at my sister's house. I was thankful he didn't witness our fight. I packed Daniel's bag and said, "Get out. I need time alone." He left without a word. The next few days were full of silence. He called and sent messages, saying, "I'm sorry. Please give me another chance." But I didn't answer. Then his mother called me. She said, "Lydia, all men make mistakes. My husband made mistakes too. But I stayed with him. Now we're fine." I said, "I don't want a man who kisses other women. That's not love," she said. "Think about your son. He needs his father." I said, "Evan will always have his father. But I don't want him as my husband anymore." Some people told me to forgive Daniel. Some said I was too strict. But I didn't want to live with lies. Love without trust is nothing. Days turned into weeks. I tried to focus on my son. We cooked together. We watched movies. Slowly, I felt calmer, though my heart was still broken. One evening, Daniel came to our door with flowers. "Please, Lydia," he said softly. "Let me explain." I opened the door just a little. "What do you want?" "I made a terrible mistake," he said. "I can't sleep. I can't eat. I love you and Evan. Please let me fix this." I said, "You had a choice that night, Daniel. You chose wrong. You broke my heart." He started to cry. "Please, don't give up on me." I looked at him. His eyes were red. His hands were shaking. But I couldn't forgive him. Not yet. I closed the door. That night, Evan asked, "Mum, why isn't Dad living with us?" I said, "Sometimes grown-ups make mistakes. Sometimes love isn't enough. But your dad and I both love you. And that will never change." He hugged me and said, "I love you, Mum." I smiled through tears. A year passed. Life became peaceful again. Daniel came every weekend to see Evan. He never missed a visit. He brought books, toys, and stories. He didn't drink anymore. He didn't lie. He seemed different, quieter, more patient. One spring afternoon, he came early. He helped me fix the fence in the garden. Then he said, "Lydia, may I talk to you?" I nodded. He said, "I still love you. I've changed. I know I hurt you. But I will spend the rest of my life making it right, if you let me." I looked into his eyes. I saw honesty and regret. I also saw the man I once loved. I remembered the pain. But I also remembered the laughter, the good times, the family we built together. I turned to look at Evan playing with his toy car under the sun. My heart softened. I said quietly, "I forgive you, Daniel. Not because I forgot, but because I'm ready to move forward. I choose peace, not pain." He took my hand gently. "Does that mean we can try again?" "Yes," I said, smiling. "But this time, we build our love on honesty and respect." Evan ran to us and shouted, "Mum, Dad, are you happy?" I nodded. "Yes, sweetheart. We're happy." We were a family again, not perfect, but stronger. Because forgiveness doesn't mean weakness. It means choosing love and truth over anger and fear. Sometimes, people make mistakes. But when they truly change, hearts can heal, and families can begin again.